Hi everyone, and welcome to Topics in Contemporary Math. My name is Dr. Payne and I'll be your professor for this semester. I'm looking forward to getting to see all of you next week and getting to know you. I think that we will have an absolutely great semester, and I want you to know that I am here for you and I will be glad to do anything I can do to help you as you are going through this semester. Today I want to take just a little time to get you familiar with some of the tools and technology that we'll be using this semester and some of our course policies. First, we're going to take a look at Canvas. Some of you may know that Winston-Salem State is in the process of transitioning from Blackboard over to Canvas. And this semester you may have different classes using different ones, but in the fall everyone will be using Canvas. We're just going to go ahead and use Canvas. I think you'll find that it's pretty easy to navigate, but I'm going to show you some things so you don't need to worry about anything. It works much like Blackboard. This is where you can find your syllabus, where I will put announcements as we need to throughout the semester. You can find your assignments, you can find your grades, and a variety of other things. Once you go to the Winston-Salem State homepage, right beside where you would usually click on the Blackboard is the Canvas login. You log in with the same username and password you would use for Blackboard, and then you just navigate to our class. When you get there, you should see this homepage. As you can see, it's got all my contact information right here on the homepage. That's always going to be there so that you will be able to find me and contact me whenever you need to. There's also some links down here that you should explore that will be applicable as we move through the course. We'll talk some more about those in just a little while. The syllabus is available right here. As you can see, there's a summary that shows some upcoming assignments. You will see more added over the next couple of days. And there's a link to the complete syllabus, which I will go to in just a few minutes. The main way that Canvas organizes information is into these modules. As you can see, there's a module for each chapter that we'll be working on. In Chapter 3, right now, what you see here are the publisher's PowerPoints for each section to supplement what we'll be doing in class. I'll also be adding assignments for each chapter so that you'll have everything all together in one place. Right now, if you want to see some of your upcoming assignments, you have to click on Assignments. I haven't managed to put them everywhere they go yet, but I'm working on that. You can show by date, you can show by type, and you can click on one of them to go see it. Canvas is also where you will find your grades for these assignments. Right now you can't see a whole lot because my test student hasn't completed any assignments, but as you complete them, your grades will show up here. If you have any question at any time about your grades, please feel free to contact me. I'll be glad to talk to you about that. Let's move over to the syllabus. You may see several other things down here. You're welcome to explore those as you have time. We just won't be using them as much this semester. So, I'm not going to read the syllabus to you, but I do want to cover some very important pieces of it. Again, it has all of my contact information and our class day and time right here at the very beginning. I will let you take the time to read through all of the description and goals and skills that I expect that you have and instructions. What I want to start talking about is what do you have to purchase for this class? I am requiring that you purchase a code to access some software called WebAssign. You may have used it in some other classes. That code will give you access to all of your homework and to an electronic version of the textbook. If you want to purchase a hard copy of the textbook, you certainly can, but I am not requiring that. I am expecting that you will have a calculator for this class. Just a basic one will be fine. You don't need an expensive one. However, I do want you to know that you cannot use your cell phone for your calculator or any other device that can internet during a quiz or a test. So please be sure that you have your own calculator that's actually a calculator. Also in the syllabus, you can see some ways that you might get assistance if you find that at some point in the semester that you are struggling. I know that many people come to me and feel like math is very difficult. And for some of you, it is very difficult, but I want you to know that there are many, many resources available to help you. There's tutoring in the Department of Math, there's tutoring in Hill Hall. I have lots of office hours where you're welcome to come by and ask me any questions that you have. You just have to ask when you need help. You can read the outline of all the things we're going to do this semester. I want to talk a little bit about some policies that you need to be aware of. I will do anything I can do this semester to help you learn and to help you be successful. In order for that to work, you have to do some things also. You have to attend class, you have to come on time, you have to be sure that you're doing your assignments. When you have trouble with something, you have to come ask questions. I don't think it needs to be said, but just to be sure, please be sure that you're not disrupting class through activities that are different from what we're doing in class. Grading. Grading is what everybody wants to know about for any class. As you can see down here, your grade is divided up into 4 parts. Homework will count 20%, quizzes will count 10%, tests will count 50%, and the exam will count 20%. We'll have 4 tests during our regular class times. They're listed later in the schedule. And then we'll have this final exam during the final exam period. We'll talk some more about that as the semester goes along. Quizzes and other in-class activities are a portion of your grade, and then the homework will come from WebAssign, which we'll talk about in just a little while. You can see the grading scale. Very important right here, these are tentative dates for our test. I suggest that you put them on your calendar so that they don't come up and surprise you. Now, I put tentative to keep in mind that our schedule may adjust as we go along. Attendance is required for this class. If you know that you are going to be missing class, please let me know as soon as possible. If an emergency comes up, let me know when you can. In whatever case, anytime you miss class, it is your responsibility to be sure that you learn whatever you missed and that you complete any assignments still on time. Especially on exam days, I want to be very clear that being absent from an exam does not entitle you to a makeup exam. If you are absent and there's not a good reason for it, then you get a 0 on your test. If you're absent and there's a reason, you had some unavoidable occurrence, you were very sick, something like that, then come talk to me. Please bring me documentation of it, and I'll be glad to work with you. I'll let you read some more of this. I want to point out that at the very end of all of this, there's a schedule. I'm not promising that it's exact, but that's our goal for the semester, to stick to this schedule. If you have any questions at all about the syllabus, I encourage you to contact me. I am expecting that all of you will read the entire syllabus and be aware of all the policies and expectations that are there. This is just to highlight the most important ones that you will need immediately to get started in this course. Now, I mentioned earlier that your homework will be through WebAssign, and I want to talk a little bit about that. Right now, if you click on a homework assignment over in Canvas, all it will say is visit WebAssign here to complete your assignment. Now, it's very important that in order to access WebAssign, you have to have this access code that I told you you had to purchase. However, you do get 2 weeks of free access beginning on Tuesday, January 16th. After those 2 weeks, you must purchase the access code. Along with that, I need you to know that our WebAssign course will not start until Tuesday, January 16th. So if you go look right now, you're not going to see anything. But I'm going to show you some things that will be there once the course starts, just so that you have an idea of what to look for. We will talk in class in more detail about how you get your WebAssign login and how you access it. For right now, I just want to show you the basics of it. Once you have logged into WebAssign, and we'll talk about how to do that in class, then you'll be able to see a list of assignments. Right now, they're all in the future. Each assignment is labeled as a homework or a quiz. They each have a due date. The due dates are the same that you see in Canvas. You have to set it up in both systems. And in order to complete them, you just click on the assignment and it will open up for you. On homeworks, you can attempt each homework 20 times, so you should have plenty of opportunities to retry something if it gave you trouble. However, be aware that there's some randomization built in, so if you make a second or third attempt on your homework, it will create new questions, okay? They will be similar to the first set of questions, but they will not be exactly the same, so you'll have to rework the problems. You can also view your grades in WebAssign. You can see a personal study plan and some other resources. I'll let you take the time to explore that once our class has started. The main thing I want you to know is that we're using WebAssign for homework. I will be putting all of your grades into Canvas, so you don't even have to worry about the grade book in WebAssign. All you need is to be able to access these assignments. I'm going to go back over to Canvas, and I want to reiterate that the WebAssign class will not start until Tuesday, January 16th. You have free access for the first 2 weeks, but then you have to purchase a code. The code is available from the bookstore. I believe it's also available online. Just be sure that you're really getting what you think you're getting if you're getting it online. I'm going to wrap this up now. I think that's enough information for you right at the beginning of the semester. However, I want you to hear again, feel free to contact me with any questions that you might have. There is one assignment that I'm asking you to do in place of our first class since we will not be meeting on the 11th. It's this orientation assignment right here, and you won't be able to see it quite yet because it's not available until the 11th. However, once you do see it, it asks you to do a couple of things. It asks you to watch this video, which you're already doing, so great. It asks you to fill out a form where you can tell me some things about yourself just so that I can get to know you a little bit. Here's the orientation assignment. And then it asks you to complete some activities on this orientation assignment page. There are things like, be sure you read the syllabus, be sure you find my office, and be sure that you understand the course policies. I ask for your signature that you have completed all of those assignments. Please do not sign the paper and bring it back to me until you have actually done all the things it asks for you to do. If you have any trouble as you're working, you are welcome to email me and I'll be glad to respond. With that, I'm going to conclude this video, and I look forward to meeting all of you next week on Tuesday. I hope you have a great first day of class, and I will see you soon.